Hey, in this video we will start creating chat room list inside sidebar here at the bottom. Let's go. Let's open sidebar.js in the first place, and here right after create room btn model we're gonna put divider component from RSuite, and inside we will pass join conversation text, and also let's move this import to the top to avoid ESLint warning. Let's check it out. It looks good. Now we need to actually define components. So under components folder, let's create new folder that we will name rooms. Here we're gonna put two new files, chat room list.js and room item.js. So room item is going to be empty by now, and actually the same applies for chat room list. Inside sidebar.js, here at the bottom, instead of this text that we used as a placeholder, let's use chat room list. Alright, let's save it, let's take a look. We can actually see the hello text, so it worked. Perfect. Now let's define the markup. Let's open chat room list, and here we're gonna put nav component from RSuite. For the props we will pass appearance subtle, then it is going to be vertical and reversed, and for class name we will pass the next. So we need to make this component, this element, scrollable. So we're gonna pass overflow on y-axis scroll, so we will see the scroll bar always, and also we're gonna pass custom scroll to make it styled. Alright, and then inside we will pass nav.item and then room item, like that. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, looks perfect. We can see scroll bar and we can see that it is styled a little bit. Okay, good. Now let's define our markup for room item. So we will split it into two divs inside, top part and bottom part. Inside bottom part, we are going to define our text. So we're gonna put span element, and we're gonna put no messages yet for now. And for the class name, we're gonna specify that it is going to be display flex, align items center, and we will apply text black of 70% opacity. Okay, for the top part, we're gonna put here room name and how much time ago the last message has been published. So let's define class name of display flex, then justify content between to add space between our elements, and then align items center. Alright, so our first element is going to be h3 title with the room name inside. So first we're gonna define static text, and when we will have the actual dynamic values, we will swap them. So for h3 we're gonna specify text disappear to prevent overflow, and second element is actually going to be a new component that we will install. So for now let's put span and let's take a look at the browser. First let's check it out how it looks like. Okay, it looks good, but instead of this XX we're gonna use time ago react to show a relative time, like this has been published 5 minutes ago, 2 hours ago, 1 day ago. So let's install it. I'm gonna open docs and just copy this command. Then I'm gonna stop my app and install this package. Let's wait and then we will continue. Okay, package has been installed. Let's start the app again and let's use this package. So from documentation, I'm gonna copy this import. Then I'm gonna import it to room item, and let's copy the component itself. And let's place it instead of this span. So we don't need to localize it. Then we gonna use new date for now instead of this date string to just show the current time. Alright, so let's refresh the app and let's take a look. Okay, so now we have just now. Perfect. And the cool thing about this library that it will update this timer, let's say, in real time. But I don't like the appearance of this text, so I'm gonna change class name of time ago component a little bit. So it is going to be font normal and also text black, let's say 45 opacity. Let's take a look right now. Alright, looks much better. Okay, let's move on, and our final thing here will be to actually make this component, make this chat room list full height. So for this we need to calculate it because our chat is full page. So how can we do this? How can we approach this? We know that our full page is 100%. We can get the height of top part of sidebar, and then we can subtract this top part from 100, and then we will get to know the rest height, which is our chat room list. Let's go. So let's navigate to sidebar.js, and our top part is this div element. To get the actual height of this div, we need to use references. So let's create new reference, which we will name top sidebar ref, and we're gonna use ref hook. Then we're gonna pass this top sidebar ref to this div. Ref is going to be top sidebar ref, and we're gonna put height to state, so we will keep track of it. So let's define new state, which we will name height, and set height. For now, by default, it will be set to null or to 0. It actually doesn't matter. Inside useEffect, we're gonna get the actual height of this div and then set it to state. So let's put useEffect, and inside this useEffect, let's ask as the next. So if we have top sidebar ref dot current, because it can be undefined at some moment, so we're gonna check if it actually defined, then we're gonna set height to top sidebar ref dot current dot scroll height. So when we try to access top sidebar ref dot current, it's like we try to access element when we get it with document get element by ID. So it is very useful in some cases like this. We also want to rerun this effect callback function whenever our top sidebar ref changes. Alright, now let's pass this state, this height, to chat room list, so we can calculate the actual height. So let's pass above element height as height, and inside chat room list we will destructure above element height. And then what we will do, we're gonna apply style, inline style, which is going to be height, and here we will use CSS calculate function. So let's put calc, then we're gonna use 100% minus above element height, and at the end we're gonna put pixels, because this height comes in pixels. Now let's take a look. If the app refreshes, nothing actually happens. That's because we didn't cascade our full page height. So what is happening that inside home.js, here we set h100 only to the grid component, but to make it work for nested components as well, we need to set a height of 100 for all children, for all nested components. So for row, we're gonna specify h100, and for column, we will do the same. Now inside sidebar, we already apply h100 to the wrapping element, so it will work. Now let's take a look and let's inspect the component. As you can see, we already have full height and it is automatically calculated, and we will not have any overflow. It will always fit full page height. So if we inspect this element, we can see that height is automatically calculated for us. So we have 138 pixels, which is height of the top part of sidebar. Alright, so it looks nice, and I guess this is it for this video. In the next one we will continue. So let's add everything to the state, and let's commit started to work with chat room list. See you in the next one.